Welcome to the Real Lost Boss podcast.
Hello, welcome to episode 10. Yes, 10, we're into double figures of the Real Lost Boss podcast. And this episode's topic is, can you eat whatever you want to lose weight? Quick answer, yes you can. Energy balance is what determines weight loss stroke fat loss. So calories that goes into the body versus calories that go out of the body. And it's irrelevant what those calories are made of. Your body doesn't have a clue in terms of energy in versus energy out, what is being deposited other than calorie amount. That is it. When it comes to weight loss stroke fat loss, think of it like paying money into a bank. If you are lucky enough nowadays to find a bank that is open and you walk into that bank, if you pay £100 in, it doesn't matter if it's 10 £10 notes or 100 £1 coins or 250p's. When you look at your bank balance or statement, it just says £100 deposited. Likewise, if you go to withdraw money from your bank account, you go to a cash point, you stick your card in, you draw out 100 quid. It doesn't say 10 £10 notes came out or 5 £20 notes. It just says you have withdrawn £100. And that is exactly the same when it comes to energy balance, loss and gain of fat loss. Your body just sees calories going in and calories going out. So it doesn't matter if you have a double cheeseburger from McDonald's, 440 calories, or you make yourself a nice chicken salad, grilled chicken, lots of salady bits, blob of coleslaw, a little bit of wholemeal bread, nice drizzle of light mayonnaise on there, and that equals 440 calories. It doesn't matter. You eat the double cheeseburger from McDonald's, you eat the grilled chicken salad, your body just sees 440 calories if they are both 440 calories. That's all it sees. It just sees calorie value. And like I say, how your calorie intake compares to your calorie output determines the loss and gain of body fat. Now, how about I re-ask that original question. So instead of saying, can you eat what you want to have successful weight loss? How about, can you eat what you want and have a successful weight loss journey? And the answer to that for me is no. So yes, you can eat whatever you want within a calorie deficit and you will lose body fat. Does that mean you should? No. And does that mean if you attempt to lose weight in that way, you're going to have a successful weight loss journey, i.e. you're going to get to your goal weight and then maintain those losses? Again, the answer is no. One of the issues with eating whatever you want, in fact, let me rewind. The main reason we should be trying to lose weight is for our health. That should be number one. Now, don't get me wrong, aesthetics, which tends to be number one for most people, and what I mean by aesthetics is the way we look, and what I'd cover under aesthetics is what you see in the mirror. Maybe buying smaller clothes, so a little bit of vanity, things like that. That tends to be one of the main reasons why people want to lose weight, but it should never be the number one reason. The number one reason should always be your health. And if you decide to eat whatever you want while losing weight, if you manage to stick to a calorie deficit, your weight is going to come down, you're going to reduce your body fat levels, but there is a very good chance you are going to be unhealthy. Also, if you decide to eat whatever you want, when I say eat whatever you want, I'm kind of in that mindset that might be stereotyping here, but most people that have a weight issue tend to have an unhealthy diet. So they're going to carry on having this unhealthy diet, but they're just probably going to reduce maybe portion size to try and come in line with what their calorie allowance is, which of course is going to be a calorie deficit to lose that body fat. But If you're predominantly going to eat unhealthy foods within your calorie deficit, another major issue is going to be hunger. You are going to be hungry. Unhealthy food tends to be calorie dense, right? So if you're trying to be more responsible with the calories you consume, you're trying to cut back on those calories, and you're going to do that by still eating calorie dense foods, you're not going to get a lot of volume. You're going to be hungry all the time. Just think about it. Let's say your calorie allowance was 1,800 calories a day. And there are people that have done this on social media. There's loads of people that have done this on social media, to be fair. They've done something like, I'm just going to eat McDonald's for a month. They eat McDonald's for a month. They eat it within a calorie deficit, and yet they lose body fat. Their body fat is lower. Their weight is lower at the end of a month. What these people tend to do, though, is they burn a lot of calories. They do lots of movement, lots of exercise. So they've got a high calorie burn, which means they can still consume a lot of calories while being in that deficit. Most people aren't going to put that effort in to have that ridiculously high calorie burn. So if you're, say, Joe Bloggs, average person, and you are 5'4", female, you're 17 stone, and you're going to average 7,500 steps a day. That means your calorie allowance is going to be about 1,900 to 2,000 calories a day on average. Let's just take 1,900 to 2,000 calories in terms of McDonald's. A medium Big Mac meal with a Coke Zero is about 850 to 900 calories. Is it 550 plus 337 for the fries? Yeah, it's going to be just under 900 calories. So you could consume in a day just 2 Big Mac meals. It's not a lot of volume, is it? You might think it's not too bad, that, but it isn't. If you had a Big Mac meal at 12 p.m. and then you had another one at 5 p.m, you are going to be starving on that day. Now, don't get me wrong, McDonald's might do some healthier types of foods that aren't quite as calorie dense. So let's take a wrap of the day. A grilled chicken wrap of the day. A grilled chicken wrap of the day. Can't stand the grilled chicken from McDonald's. But anyway, if you did decide to have a grilled chicken wrap of the day, they're 360 calories. So yeah, you could get 5 of those in, and you could have one at, 10 a.m. or maybe when breakfast is finished. Let's say 11 a.m., one at 2 p.m, one at 5 p.m, one at 8 p.m, and one maybe later on if you wanted to. So that might not be too bad, but still, you're not getting lots and lots of volume in, and you're soon going to get very, very bored of eating a grilled chicken wrap. So eating whatever you want, while in a calorie deficit or trying to stick to a calorie deficit, yeah, you're going to struggle for volume. You're going to be hungry a lot of the time. Next issue is you are what you eat. If you are predominantly going to eat junk food, whether you eat 1,800 calories a day, 2,200 calories a day, 3,000 calories a day, you're going to feel like rubbish. Why? Because there's very limited nutrition in a lot of unhealthy foods. Like I say, you are what you eat. Something I've really, realized from my own weight loss journey is when I have periods of eating like unhealthily, so let's say going on holiday or Christmas, right? So Christmas for a week, yeah, I eat pretty unhealthy. If I go to Spain for a week on holiday, it's a week on holiday. It is, there to unwind, relax, chill me beans, a break from everyday life. My everyday life is around eating healthier, majority of the time, controlling my calories, moving more on a day-to-day base exercise, and I want to break from that for a week. But what I tend to find is when I have a holiday, 4 or 5 days in, I feel tired, I feel sluggish, I feel lethargic. Right? Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm refreshing because I'm on holiday. It's not that bad. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating a little bit, but I just don't feel great. And when I get back from holiday, I'm absolutely craving fruit, veggies, getting back on my protein shakes, getting back to my porridge, getting back to watching what I eat most of the time because it energizes me. It makes me feel good about myself. I always sit there at the end or towards the end of a holiday or when we're coming up to, New Year's Eve, something like that. And I always ask myself this, is this how I felt all the time when I was 37 stone? And the honest answer is yeah. Yeah, it was. This is how I felt all the time. But that was the norm for me. That was normal life. So I didn't know any different. And trust me, if you can put the consistency in to eat better on a day-to-day basis, even if you don't lose weight, even if you're not doing it in a calorie deficit, if you just improve your overall diet consistently, you will feel better about yourself. You'll feel more energized. You'll just enjoy life more. You really, really will. So, the main issue with just trying to carry on eating whatever you want while losing weight is you are not improving your health. You are not teaching yourself new habits. You are going to be hungry all the time and you are really going to lack energy. And all those things are going to affect one big factor to having a successful weight loss journey, and that is consistency. I always say this, consistency is key. And if you're trying to stick to a calorie deficit, which is tough, whatever method you use, even if you come on plan with me, you follow my approach, you use me as your one-to-one weight loss coach, I won't sugarcoat it. Weight loss is tough. To have that drive and determination and motivation to be consistent with the journey is hard. If it wasn't, everyone would be a skinny mini walking around. And unfortunately, obesity in the last 30 years has doubled. So it is tough. And the last thing we want to do is make something that we naturally find tough even harder. And if we do that, like I say, there's going to be no consistency. So if you're consistently hungry, you're consistently tired, you're just feeling rubbish about yourself, yeah, you ain't going to stick to that calorie deficit. So can you eat whatever you want? Yes. Should you? No. On the other hand, you shouldn't go to extremes either. If you decide to listen to a lot of garbage that's spouted on social media nowadays, the fear mongering of certain foods, and you can't eat this and you can't eat that, and this has got this in it, and you decide to go to an extreme of just what you would probably call 100% clean eating, there's no such thing as clean eating. You don't stand there with bloody fairy liquid with your carrots at the sink. But anyway, this is a term that people like to use. Again, you're probably not going to be very consistent. So you cut out takeaways, you cut out crisps, you cut out chocolate, you go cold turkey on all these things. Again, you're going to find cravings are kicking in, you're going to find your diet extremely boring, and yeah, that inconsistency is going to kick in, and there's a good chance you're not going to have a successful weight loss journey. So what is the answer? The answer is balance. It's about finding the right balance. So you're giving the body, you're fueling the body correctly for what it needs to be healthy and to support your weight loss journey, while also enjoying some of the foods you love so you don't feel overly restricted, you don't feel like you're massively missing out, and you're working on controlling those cravings, because we do get them. We all get them, especially if we are prone to being overweight. And again, anyone that tells you you just need to quit all these things, they haven't got a clue. They don't have a clue about how weight loss works. The balance that I've always stuck to, that I coach my one-to-one clients with, is the RLB, the Real Loss Boss 80-20 split diet. Now, the 80-20 rule has been used throughout the fitness industry for years and years and years, decades probably, and it is a really good rule to go by with lots of things, not just your diet or your fitness. It's good to look at for money. Take your spending, so you get your wages in at the end of the month. If 80% of your income goes on the essentials, goes on the necessities to fund your life, your mortgage, your rent, your gas, your electric, your water, car payments, your mobile phone, all these sort of bits and pieces, yeah? And then 20% of your income you have left over to go and buy yourself some new trainers, a new t-shirt, or put a bit aside to have a nice holiday once or twice a year. You've got a really good life balance there, haven't you? You are, covering all your bases with the essentials, but you're also giving yourself that little bit extra to make all the hard work worthwhile. And that's the same with your diet. 80% of your calories should be spent on your mortgage, your rent, your gas, your electric, your water bills. Lean proteins, they fill you up. They're really good for you and they're low in saturated fat. Fibrous carbohydrates, wholemeal bread, oats, brown pasta, potatoes with the skin on. Again, really, really good for us and great to fill us up. Fruits and veggies, vitamins, minerals in abundance, your low-fat dairies and your good fats. 80% of your diet should be made up of those 5 things. And that is really going to support your weight loss journey. You're going to get lots of nutrition into your body. You're not going to feel hungry all the time. And 20% can be whatever takes your fancy. If 20% of your diet is absolute junk food, it will not counterbalance the 80%. If 20% of your diet is McDonald's, pizza, chocolate crisps, but 80% is healthy and nutritious, like I say, lean proteins, fibrous carbs, fruits and veggies, low-fat dairy, good fats, you are still going to feel full. You're going to be getting plenty of volume in. You're going to be feeling really energized, even if this smaller percentage of what you stick in your body isn't the healthiest choice. And that is just a really good balance to go by. Now, don't go to extremes. How I tend to look at it is, and when I say don't go to extremes, don't go, right, this meal has to be 80%, it's part of my 8%, it has to be just all goodness, and then this is all badness. I don't like using good and bad. I don't like being positive and negative about things, but that's kind of the way we sort of look at it. And what I mean by that is, let's take a homemade roast dinner. Let's say you're going to make a roast dinner and you're going to make it reasonably healthy, right? With that 80% in mind. So you've got some chicken breast on there. You've got roast potatoes done in the air fryer. You've got lots of veggies on there as well, a little bit of gravy, and you slide on a cheeky Aldi beef dripping Yorkshire pudding. Yes, not the healthiest thing in the world, but it's 140 calories. Does that one beef dripping Yorkshire pudding on that roast dinner then neutralize the goodness of the lean chicken breast, the fibrous carbs with the air fried roast potatoes with the skin on, and your cabbage, your peas, your carrots that's on that plate? Does it? Right? Would I look at that plate and go, right, well, 90% of it is in my 80%? And no, that's just a really good, healthy, balanced meal. That's all good. Yeah, how I tend to look at it is, let's say your calories are 14,000 calories a week, 2,000 calories a day on average. 40,000 calories over an entire week is what your healthy, sustainable calorie allowance is. If you make about 11,000 of those calories healthy and nutritious, and 3,000 of those calories, whatever you want, you're going to be in a good place. A really good place. Great balance. Healthy, full, supporting your weight loss journey. The 20%, not feeling overly restricted, still enjoying some of the foods you love, and keeping some of those cravings at bay. And 3,000 calories is a decent amount. It really, really is, Like I said at the beginning of this live, a Big Mac meal with a Coke Zero is 900 calories. You can have 3 of them in a week, right? A Big Mac meal with a Coke Zero is 900 calories. A fully loaded box meal from KFC is 1,100 calories. So you can have one of those. So you can have a McDonald's and a KFC. A multi-pack bag of crisps is 125 calories. So you can have 5 bags of them for roughly 600 calories. And, a Freddo is 100 calories. So you could have 4 Freddos as well. Now, what I tend to do with my 80-20 split is I tend to eat majoritively, is that a word? Healthy throughout the week, Monday to Friday. I will have the odd treat in there, like a little bit of chocolate or, you know, the odd biscuit here and there, cheeky bag of crisps, Space Raiders or something like that at night time. But most of my diet, Monday to Friday, I tend to keep nice, healthy, nutritious to fuel my weight loss. And then at the weekend, I'll still eat 50% healthy and nutritious, so like my breakfast and my lunch, but I'll have something like a meal out or a nice takeaway, because when I have a takeaway, I want to enjoy it, right? I don't want to be scrimping and scraving and scraving again, is that a word? And trying to fit it into a tight calorie allowance. When I have a Chinese, I want to blow 1800 calories on a Chinese. Likewise with an Indian. If I want a pizza, I want a medium, all the meats, Papa John's, which is 2000 calories. So that tends to be what I do with my 80-20 split. But as always, you know, how do you say it? You know, one way isn't the same for everyone. I've said that rubbish, but you know what I mean. You need to find how that 80-20 split is going to work for you. You might want on a Wednesday night a McDonald's, you might want on a Saturday night that KFC, and then you might want, you know, 2 bags of crisps on a Tuesday night with some chocolate, and 2 bags of crisps and some chocolate on a Sunday night. It doesn't matter. You make it work for you. So, can you eat whatever you want and lose weight, fat? Absolutely you can. Can you eat whatever you want and have a successful weight loss journey? For me personally, no, you can't. To have a successful weight loss journey, you need to fuel the body correctly for your health and for weight loss. And if you follow my 80-20 rule, that is going to give you a fantastic foundation to do that. There you go. That's episode 10. Hope you found it useful as always. Whatever platform you're watching this on, please like, follow, comment, give it a thumbs up. Whatever you can do, it is always appreciated. If you want help with your weight loss, head to my website, thereallossboss.net, or go to my link tree through any of my social media channels and pop over an inquiry form. And until next time, till the next episode, make sure you're doing one thing, and that is bossing your weight loss.